Hello kiddos, this is Shaz again, and here we are with a series of educational board games exploration. And from today onwards, we'll be discussing about the new ones which are for much toddler ages, which are like 2 to 4. And this we are starting with Rings Up. So now when I say for parents, it's a very premium brand, as I said to you earlier. It is not only technically designed for the ages of 2 to 4 age by Alexander, but also the color combinations that you see on the board game is actually appealing for the children of those age category. And that was actually designed by Steffi. So we just go open it up so we see what's the content inside. First, we are we're welcomed by the instructional manual, which is in different languages. We don't go with English. And it has so tiny colorful rings I see in here. Introduction. Rings Up give you 50 original challenges to play with your friends. Each challenge will require you to be quick, observant, and agile if you want to be crowned the winner. Different ways to play the game makes it fun to play with your friends or with your family. Objective of the game. Each round, players race to start rings on their thumbs in the order shown in the current challenge card. The first player to win 7 challenges wins the game. Set up. Shuffle the challenge cards and place them as a face-down pile in the center of the table. Choose which game mode you want to play. This particular one has like modes of playing it, like beginner one, the advanced one, and the much advanced version of it. So it says, face down pile in the center of the table. Choose which game mode you want to play. If players can't agree, the youngest player decides. For your first few games, you to choose the classic version. So the game is basically played in several rounds. Playing the game. To begin the game, the oldest player takes the top challenge card from the pile and places it face up in the middle of the table so that all players can clearly see it. So we'll just take out all these rings which are so colorful. Yeah, so to begin the game, first you've got to set up your rings aside and your cards in the middle of the table so that every player can actually have an access to it. The eldest player would actually flip the card upside down so that everyone can see what's the content in the card. This particular one has red, green, yellow, and blue. So what we do here is that we would actually put our thumb in a way like this and try to arrange all these colors accordingly. Like I said, we have red first, red, green, 2 of the yellows, a blue. So when that's done, I say okay. And when I say okay, I actually win the card if I am the first one to say okay, if at all that's in accordance with the current card in play. So what we do is, the other players who are along playing with me would actually give judgment on this, that whether it is all right according to the current card or not. So what will happen here is that if I'm right, I win the card, and if I'm not, I lose the card, and until the other round I've got to wait. Note, in the following rounds, the player who won the previous challenge will reveal the next card. If suppose I won the previous challenge card, then I'd keep it aside to myself and pick up the other card. So it's like this. So there is red, blue, red, green, yellow, green. So I got to be very quick and settling up these colors. Red, blue, okay, red, green, yellow, green. Okay, so when I say that aloud, I win the card if at all the combination is correct. So this is how the combination is. I chose red, which is 1, and then blue, which is 2. Its third one is again red, and then green, yellow, and green. So I win the card. So on will the game continue, and until I have 7 of the cards, I win the game, and then the game ends over there. And then of course, if you like the game, you can actually play it around again. We'll go ahead with the other instructions here. Once the card for the round has been revealed, all players simultaneously race to start the correct combination of rings onto their thumb in the order indicated in the challenge card. The first player to finish lifts his thumb up in the air and calls out "okay." So that's how you take away the card. Everyone then stops talking their rings to verify that the player has correctly matched the order shown on the challenge card. If the player is correct, he takes the challenge card and lays it down in front of him, like that. He scores 1 point. If the player is incorrect, he is out of the rest of the current challenge. A challenge is completed when a card is solved, like the way I did. Okay, so until this completes, if I am not able to do that, until the other person does it, I got to win. If the player is incorrect, he is out of the rest of the current challenge. The remaining players continue still using the same card. After each round, return all rings to the starting position and get ready to begin a new challenge. End of the game. The first player to win 7 challenges with the game is actually, that's when the game ends. So there's also a twist in here. The classic mode, the beginner mode, which I just explained to you, and then comes a classic mode where each player receives 2 rings of each color, like as in 2 reds, 2 greens, 2 yellows, 2 blues. So each player receives 2 rings of each color, 2 yellows, 2 greens, 2 reds and 2 blues, and places them in stock on the table in front of him. The standard rules apply. So we just are prepared now that we have already taken these. The moment a card is flipped, you just go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, right, this is now here done. Alright, I played the card and I won the card. So it just makes the hustle easier for the players who are playing. So once that we are done with the classic mode, there comes another mode where it's like fingers, okay? Each player receives 2 rings of each color as in front of me and stock them randomly on each finger on one hand. Alright, each finger on one hand except the thumb. You cannot have 2 rings of the same color on one finger. The standard rules apply. Okay, now this is a little, interesting one that I got to fill in my fingers with the rings, but not any of my fingers should hold the rings which are of same color. Alright? I should just shift them here and there, and this is how I just place it, except the thumb. I shouldn't place any of the rings on the thumb, alright? So now when a person just flips over the card, I should be very much ready to know that. Okay, 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is how it is to be played, and while playing, because it's just me here sitting in front of the camera and playing it alone, it's not fun. But then when you're playing around with your friends, a bunch of friends and a bunch of family members, it will definitely make a difference, as the players should be quick enough to win and say, okay, alright, so that's how it is. And this was rings up and the game is known as Rings Up. It's an interesting one from ages 2 to 4. This one is actually suitable for toddlers as it has so many bright colors coming along, and the game is actually quite very easy. It's just that you need to take care that you win it with your pace, as in racing is the basic thing here. So you just go ahead with it, and that would actually lead you to our online website where these old games are with a proper pricing, where you can actually select the best one for your child. So this is Shaz, and I'm from Smily Kiddos, presenting you this series of educational board games. Thank you for watching the video.